Hey guys, happy Friday. MLM Heretic coming here at you with a fun-filled free Friday MLM Cult deprogramming session, free of charge. Invite your friends. Part one, this is going to be in two parts because it's pretty long. Wanted to break it up. I had so many titles for this live, I had to settle on the deprogramming one. Listen, network marketers, you're free to believe whatever objectively idiotic things you want to about your company and program, but please don't try and drag me into your self-reinforcing group delusions. Over the last few days, I've had a couple of interesting discussions with people in other marketing programs who are trying to get me to understand how awesome their programs were, and they both used some very questionable tactics in order to try to convince me. The first person sent me a 30-second voice clip to my messenger telling me how he looked at my content and I had great content. I was really good at what I do, basically complimenting and flattering me into getting me to respond to his offer to increase my sales by 10 times the amount of what they currently are. So I let him send the link. The reason I did respond was because he said that he had actually looked at my content. I took him at his word, which was a mistake because in the course of our conversation, I came to find out later, all he did was scroll through my feed, but he didn't actually watch any of my 20 videos all the way through. Probably not at all. He said he watched the latest one when I challenged him, but he probably clicked on it for a few brief seconds, and I'm fairly certain he did not watch it all because it's 15 minutes long, and he doesn't have that kind of time to get to know the people to whom he does his drive-by style of marketing. So when I started asking him some pointed questions about his marketing program, he didn't want to answer me, and he abruptly blocked me. Cult mentality only really thrives in a vacuum. You can see this in Amway because they tell you to sever all ties with anybody who doesn't want to have anything to do with your Amway business. Those are toxic, negative people. People are people. There's a lot of people that I have dealings with. They don't want to be involved in my business, and that's fine. In this case, a vacuum of information and unwillingness to address questions of your prospect when they get too hot to handle. After I opted into his program to help me increase my sales by 10 times, which he said it was a free program, it was just one page on how to do a Facebook profile photo. And that was it. That's the bait on the hook to get me to buy their $2,500 social media marketing strategy, digital nothing product that pays out all this money in commissions if I resell it to other suckers like him. Because it's not about building a Facebook marketing strategy, it's about buying the program in order to be able to have the right to resell it to others. I tell you what the program is right now. It's called High Ticket Nation or Affiliate Nation, and it's $2,500. And it's a high ticket sales program to get you to join them in order to have the right to resell it. It's a worthless product, a worthless program, and it will be out of business in a couple of years, which is what I told this kid. I was being truthful, and I only told him because I asked him if he wanted me to tell him what I thought. I actually said that to him. I said, you don't know me, and I don't know you, and I'm not going to give you unsolicited advice. But I've been around for a while, and I can tell you what I think. He shot a text back to me with the phrase, I'm open. Don't tell me you're open, and then when I tell you what I think, which is a very studied and analytical assessment and has a lot of factors that I take into account. So then if you don't like the answer, don't get mad and run away from the conversation like a 4-year-old child. Really, what is more painful? Someone like me willing to tell you that you're in a stupid, fraudulent program and you're wasting 2 or 3 years of your life and thousands of dollars in promoting it. Or even worse, getting other people to spend their money and throw it away for you to get a commission. I would much rather be cheated than to cheat someone. Because when I'm a victim of fraud, that's better than being a perpetrator, in my view. Ripping someone off and taking advantage of them is something that I don't want to have to answer for when I meet my maker. It's not fun, but I can sleep at night knowing that I didn't hurt anyone. And believe me, there's a lot of people in this industry who cheat other people, and they do sleep well at night. It's because they have no conscience. Sorry, not sorry. That's the truth about this industry. Those are the ugly people who are in this industry. Not just bad, but downright ugly to other people, knowing what they're doing, yet they still do it. This is going to be a harsh one, guys. Really harsh. This person is so deceitful and disingenuous, he put on his Facebook wall a picture of himself holding the same giant check for $9,000. Not once, but twice. Now, I can't say this is an absolute certainty, but I'm willing to bet that $9,000 check, which was one of those 2 foot by 5 foot, you know, the ones, the Publishers Clearinghouse kind. You don't take that to the bank and cash it. It was a prop check. And that's exactly how he used it, as a prop in a scheme to defraud other people, making himself look like he achieved a level of success that he had not achieved, because I would bet that $9,000 he was bragging about was a cumulative amount of commissions, which he earned maybe over the course of a year's time. But he posted in the caption, "Who else wants a big fat check like this?" Implying that he got it in one lump sum. But if his commission structure is on a weekly or monthly basis, even he would have had to make a whole lot of sales in 1 month in order to do that, because it's a one-level program. But see, since he used the same check twice, it's very telling of what his scheme was to someone like me, who knows his stuff like that. So it's probably a cumulative amount of sales that when he had reached $18,000 in sales figures, he earned $9,000 over that extended period of time. Here's the thing. His own company is complicit in the scheme to defraud others. So it's not just him doing it alone. The company is aiding and abetting this unethical behavior, and it's totally fraudulent. But that's the part of marketing that naive people looking at these scammers don't understand. They just see a big check for $9,000, and that's what they're enticed by in order for them to join. That's the bait on the hook. Let me tell you something. Bait is for fish. Truth is for human beings. So when you talk to a human being, like you're talking to a fish, you're devaluing them as a person. I'm not a blue marlin that you have to reel into your company's boat. Because if you know the truth, the whole truth, and you're intentionally withholding information about the whole story, to me that is really sleazy, and it's being done all over Facebook now and destroying the MLM model for people like me who refuse to participate in those types of tactics. So instead of trolling people with bait for my program, I choose to make these well thought out informational videos telling people the whole story of this industry, the good, the bad, and the ugly people who are in it and currently putting themselves and everyone else out of business because of their unethical practices. They're turning the vast majority of outsiders against MLM. This is the same type of short-sighted lessons we are learning now globally from the number of species going extinct from commercial harvesting methods. But that's for another video. This is where the cultic MLM behavior comes into play, because much like the Jehovah's Witnesses who come and knock on my door, I'll go out and talk to them, and after a few visits with me, they decide I'm not worth their time anymore. Apparently, I'm not worth saving. I never tell them that they can't come back. They tell me they will, but they never do, because I know the scriptures, and cult members hate questions that they cannot answer. But stuff like this on Facebook really irks me, because I don't like to be lied to. I don't believe anybody does. People tell me that they like what I put out in my content without actually having taken the time to look at it. I have literally had people hit the like button on multiple videos that would have taken them over an hour to watch, but they like them all in rapid succession without even clicking on them and watching them. And this is all happening on my phone with the notifications like from the same person within seconds. Not very bright. I have all these videos, and they think that I believe that person. I have all these videos, and they think that I believe that person has some way to watch my videos that quickly. It's impossible. So they're being disingenuous. They're pretty stupid too. That's not liking something. You have to be exposed to the information in order to actually like it. And I get it, because there's too much stuff to look at these days. So if you're going to take advantage of this new dynamic, you just have to tell people you like their stuff, and then pitch them your offer in Messenger. And that's easy to do if all you have to do is scroll through a person's wall and just hit the like button without actually looking at their content. If I don't know anything about them, I do not prospect them at all. That's not the way I operate. When I find out someone's done that to me, they're pretty much crossed off my list. That's being a disingenuous person in order to gain some type of favor. Now, I don't do that. If I tell someone they've got great content, it's because I've actually read what they wrote or listened to what they said on a video, and I've actually received some value. I'm going to break this up in another part because this has gotten kind of long, so I'll be back in a few minutes. MLM Heretic out for number 12, coming back with unlucky number 13 on a Friday. How about that?